Welcome back everyone, I'm BakuBrad96, and today is part 2 of my modern Bakugan collection review. That means we'll be covering all of the Bakugan in Armored Alliance that I have in my collection, so that is all of the Bakugan released in the second year of the reboot series. So, not much to say other than that. The channel is at 163 subscribers as of recording this video, which is absolutely amazing. I know past 100 I said that I would have a giveaway prize at every 25, so the 125 prize for the was the Elemental Crystallion. I did come out and let everyone see that one. I did show it off. But I do not have a prize yet for 150 subscribers. I do plan on going Bakugan hunting in the next few days, in which case I will pick up a few more prizes because, wow, I cannot believe how quickly the channel is growing. Thank you all so much. A huge thank you to the Bakucrew, all of my channel members. You are all amazing, and I definitely couldn't be growing this fast or getting as far as I am without all of your support. And I know I say it in all of the channel descriptions, but I feel like I don't say it enough, at least live for all of you. Thank you all so much for the support. It means a lot, and that is why I'm so adamant about my giveaways and why I want to keep them going. I know they are just little raffles and have you, but I do appreciate everyone who does enter and takes part of that because it is my way of giving back to the Bakugan community. So thank you all for participating and the support. Moving on, let's go ahead and take a look at my collection. So we are going to be going over Armored Alliance, and we will start out with Darkus. So first off, and for those of you who don't know, I will be reviewing the Bakugan and then their character cards, so we will be looking at the Bakugan I have and their stats. Starting off, we do have Halcor and Sarus Ultra, double orange shield, a B power of 700 and 2 damage, fuses for 5 energy. Once fused, it has a B power of 1100 and 4 damage. So we will take a look at the Bakugan. Here we have Halcor and Sarus. Of course it is Darkus, but the fusion is with Arliss. Here's the character card. Very nice. I am definitely a fan of Halcor. You will notice as I move along this collection how much of a fan of Halcor I am. But moving on, I have another Halcor and Sarus. This one is the core version. It is double orange shield as well, a B power of 400, 4 damage. It takes 3 energy to fuse, and once fused, it has a B power of 700 and 5 damage. So this Bakugan was exclusive to the arena. I do believe I am using as a stage prop. So here it is. It does have little manual feet that fold out. And it is quite unique because of the glitter gray paint they used in the plastic. Rather than just the normal black color, you can kind of see the difference there. So it is kind of unique, just a cute little Bakugan. Definitely not a diamond or elemental, but if you did pick up the arena and you did get this Bakugan, you were sure to notice a vague difference. And again, I definitely like Halcor, you can tell. Moving on, I do have a few diamonds, not a whole lot, but a few. The first being Halcor and Ramparian. Double green fist for a B power of 500 and 5 damage. 6 energy to fuse, and once fused, it has a B power of 1400 and 6 damage. And we'll take a look at him here. No manual parts on this one, very basic. We have 3-headed water turtle dog fusion. Very adorable, and I like the design. I do like all of the Halcors. I did have the Battle Planet Halcor until it did unfortunately break in a brawl. But I do have a lot of the Armored Alliance Halcors to make up for it. My favorite one being this one right here, which is the regular core Halcor. Has a flaming fist and an orange shield, B power of 200 and 7 damage, but mine is the diamond. So yes, very awesome Bakugan, one of my favorites, just because Halcor, again, the Hydronoid vibes with the 3 heads, and the Greek mythology. I do like Cerberus a whole lot, so there is a resemblance there. definitely figures why I would like Halcor. Moving on though, I do have a few more Darkest Bakugan. Another fusion being Pegatrix and Gillator. It has a Magic Shield and a Flaming Fist core, B power of 600 and 3 damage, 5 energy to fuse, and once fused it has a B power of 1100, 5 damage, and 2 Frost Strike. And this Bakugan is right, if I can pop it open off screen here, there we go. Here is Pegatrix and Gillator. I definitely like the color scheme they use with the Darkest and Aquas. You have the purple bands on the side with the orange eyes from Aquas, really stands out nicely. All in all, a very good design Bakugan with the fusion colors there, mixing them. I do have 2 Enoch Ultra, so it is a Magic Shield and a Green Fist, B power of 700 and 4 damage. And I will go ahead and pop them up. So Enoch does have manual horns here. And then here's just the other one. No difference other than one tends to open and catch the magnets a lot better than the other, but I have no way of telling the difference at the moment. Moving on, now that is all the Darkest Bakugan I have for Armored Alliance. I only have one R-less Bakugan, believe it or not, and that is Sarus Ultra. It comes with a orange shield and a helix core, B power of 600 and 4 damage. Here is the Hydrus. It has little manual back feet, and that is all there is to it. Personally, I'm a fan of the Battle Planet Hydrus a lot more than this one, but I'm sure there are people that disagree with me. This one probably catches cores a lot better than the other did, but I don't know. I haven't play tested it or anything. Moving on to Aquas. Again, I only have one Aquas Bakugan for Armored Alliance. That being a fusion, Trox and Sarus. Comes with a orange shield and a green fist. B power of 600, 3 damage, and 6 energy to fuse. Oh, dropped the card there. Shaky hands. Once fused, it has a B power of 1400, 6 damage, and then 3 Frost Strike. So it could be used on a Frost Strike deck. Otherwise, just not a bad fusion. And here we have it. Probably one of the cooler looking Bakugan molds just because of how detailed it is to be a core Bakugan. Even though it is chunky in design, you definitely see a lot of shapes, you know, all the arms there, the legs, head, everything is defined in quite detail. Even the tail sticks out, so you know every piece is which. Just a lot of detail went into that mold in my opinion. I definitely don't have a lot of Armored Alliance Bakugan. That's definitely something going forward I would definitely have to take a look at getting more, possibly even unboxing for the channel, just because I did miss out on that year, you know, everything going on. I'm sure a lot of people did. I wasn't the only one, but I definitely want to look back and see if I can't pick up a few more Bakugan from then. Sorry for the ramble. Moving on into the Pyrus Bakugan, I do have a Dragonoid and Treaderous. It comes with a Magic Shield and a Flaming Fist, B power of 300 and 4 damage. For 3 energy, you get to fuse it, which is very competitive. You know that it's not a lot at all. Upside being the B power of 1000 and 5 damage. So very good. You know, a lot of people use it competitively because of just the upside there. Just really good with 3 energy to fuse. Very strong. And there we have the Pyrus Dragonoid and Treaderous fusion. Again, very cool design, very detailed. All the parts, you can see what is what. As they did that a lot with the Fusion Bakugan, you know, you really see a lot of the detail. And they draw concepts from each individual Bakugan within the fusion. But moving along, we do have another fusion, and that is Cindius and Scorpius. Has a orange shield and a helix core, B power of 300 and 4 damage. Once again, not a lot of energy to fuse with only 2 energy costs there. Once fused, it is pretty low though. It has a B power of 700 and 7 damage. I use it personally because I never minded the low B power. My fusion deck always focused on low energy cost, so you can fuse quicker, and just use them that much more with things like Mega Pyrus and such. So here we have him. Pop him open. There he is. You can see a lot of the elements of Syndius being the shield, the sword, and the head, and then all the elements of Scorpios with possibly the feet there. The detailed markings, you can see another leg, and then the tail. And with the paint colors, the black and purple. Next up is Ryarazu or something of the sort. Orange shield and a green fist. B power of 303 damage. Definitely a weaker Bakugan. But personally, I think it's really cool just because of how it opens. Again, partial to the three-headed Bakugan. Homage to Alpha Hydronoid. No manual parts on this Bakugan. It just opens as it does. Not a whole lot to it. Kind of looks like a baby Vilok in my opinion. Alright. Next, another fusion Bakugan. We have Trox and Nobilius Ultra. Orange shield and a green fist again. B power of 300, 6 damage, and 6 energy to fuse. Once fused, it has a B power of 600 and a whopping 12 damage. So definitely on a damaged team or a damaged deck, no doubt. Very cool artwork as well. Well, we'll go ahead and look at the Bakugan. Here it is. Very neat. About dropped it, but I didn't. Good recovery there on camera. Alright. Start filling up this side again like yesterday. I'm running out of space. The last Pyrus Bakugan I got in one of the Bakugear packs that came out at the beginning of Armored Alliance. And when they started being translucent plastic as well, that is Sarus Ultra. This one, however, I did get out of the 5-pack battle pack, I do believe. With the Ventus Trox, but anyway, it was around the same time period as the Bakugear packs. Anyway, I'm alluding to I have a Bakugear for this Bakugan that came with it, but kind of slaughtered that now. Moving on, it has a Helix Core and a Green Fist, B power of 300, 4 damage, and Victor, so if it wins a brawl, you get +2 energy, which was really neat. I always meant to make a deck using him, but I never got around to it, because, Geogun Rising came out shortly after I got it. And, the hype for all the brand new Geogun definitely got me. I was hooked. And I haven't, spent a lot of time working with Armored Alliance Bakugan, unfortunately. Excuse me. That might change, though, in the future. I'm not sure yet. But here is Sarus Ultra with that beautiful ruby red translucent plastic. Just all over the Bakugan. And it did come with a Bakugear that was for it, so I will go ahead and show it now. I have no idea what the name is supposed to be, but it does look like a little bow. And it did come with the little arrow pieces that you inserted in the little foot pegs right there and there. And there we have Sarus Ultra all suited up with its Bakugear. Moving on now to the Ventus Pacquiaon in my Armored Alliance collection. We will be starting off with another Hal Core and Ramparian. Orange shield and a green fist core. B power of 400, 3 damage, and 2 energy to fuse. So not much to fuse again. Once fused though, it has a B power of 700 and 5 damage. So other than a different color scheme, it's the same as my Diamond. Just not as awesome. But here is the 3-headed turtle doggo in Ventus and Chaos. Oh, and we knocked down a Ryarazu, so whoops. Next up, we have another diamond in Maxitar and Zintar. Orange shield and a Helix Core, B power of 300 and 3 damage. And one of the coolest fusion mechanics, in my opinion, is if it lands on a magic shield, you do get to fuse it. Once fused, it has a B power of 600 and 6 damage. So just by landing on a core alone, being able to fuse is really cool. I like that gimmick. I certainly wish I had more Bakugan like that. But for Maxitar and Zentar, here it is, in all of its diamond awesomeness. Very, very cool. You can definitely see they use the head for Maxitar. And it even is Ventus, just like the Battle Planet Maxitar. Then I have Ventus Pacquiaon and Celotra. Double Green Fist, B power of 500, 4 damage, and for 4 energy you get to fuse. Once fused, it has a B power of 1000, 5 damage. Oh, sorry, I'm getting choked up a lot today. 5 damage, and then if it lands on a Green Fist, it gets plus 5 more damage. So it could be used in a Green Fist damage deck. Of course, you definitely have powerful options nowadays with the release of Sarus Ultra and an Arliss, and then Pyrus Falcron Ultra. A lot of double Green Fist choices. But here is the Ventus Pacquiaon and Celotra. Ventus and Chaos, sorry, they are double, kind of, sort of. Again, very cool paint job. I like the darkest one more, but still a very cool mold or design. Alright, so then I have Dragonoid and Treacherous and Ventus, so it has a Magic Shield and a Flaming Fist as well. B power of 600, 2 damage, and then 10 energy to fuse. So a lot of energy to fuse it. But is it worth it? We'll see. I'll let you all be the judge of that. B power of 2000 and 15 damage. So really crazy. I guess if you're running one heck of a turbo deck, you could run it. But personally, I never was able to get up to 10 energy in one match without either winning or have already of losing by then. So that is that. Moving on to the Bakugan. Not much different than the Pyrus. Again, just different paint scheme. But, you know, that doesn't make it any less cooler. Then I have another double Green Fist Bakugan. That is Sarus Ultra. Has a B power of 500 and 5 damage. And he is right here. No manual parts, just a very detailed giant bat. All the way down to even the little hands. A lot of detail into this one. Alright, set that back there now. Piling them all up again. Another fusion Bakugan is Trox and Nobilius, so I do have it in Ventus as well as Pyrus. It comes with a Magic Shield and a Helix Core, B power of 500 and 3 damage, 8 energy to fuse, and once fused it has a B power of 1600 and 8 damage. So more competitive than the Pyrus in my opinion, and I would use this one over it. The 8 energy isn't too much, it's definitely on the higher side, but it's manageable. You know, 8 and below is probably more manageable than 10, and of course that's my opinion. You are all free to let me know in the comments down below what you think, what good turbo strategies are, and if these Bakugan can be fused a lot quicker than I think. But here is the Bakugan itself. You know, we have the fusion. Looking very nice with all the gold accents on a Trox. Very, very cool. Then, of course, I do have a regular Trox from the Kubo Legendary Pack. Has a Magic Shield and a Green Fist, B power of 500 and 3 damage. So nothing special about this Bakugan other than it does have some hex core pattern design kind of painted down it that I think is exclusive to this set. Otherwise, it's just like the regular Trox. Has some manual... Oh, I thought the jaw opened. Nope. So it does have some manual arms there. And there we have it. It is even more chunky than the original Trox. But I definitely do like the metallic paint it got, so very nice. And it was really cool to get Armored Alliance Bakugan from the Kubo packs. I thought that was pretty neat as well. But the last faction for this video, we are going to move on into Chaos now. Starting off, I do have a double again, and that is Celotra and Apollyon. Has a Flame Fist and a Green Fist core, B power of 600, 2 damage, and for 6 energy you get to fuse. Once fused, it has a B power of 1200 and 6 damage. So not bad at all. I'm gonna pop them both off, and here we go. So we do have the One-Eyed Knight. That's what I like to call it. You definitely see the vibes of Celotra in there, and then Napoleon. You have the shield and the sword. Very neat. After that, I have a Chaos Pegatrix Annihilator, Magic Shield and a Green Fist, B power of 400, 4 damage, and for only 1 energy you get to fuse this Bakugan, so the lowest energy cost yet. It has a B power of 600 and 6 damage once fused, and you gotta love that artwork all the way down to the flames in the corner. Very detailed and cool looking. But here is the Bakugan. Definitely like it. Let me know, it's just really cool. Don't know if anyone wants to, but in the comments down below, did the Pegatrix Annihilator release in all of the factions? Because I know I have 3 here. I'm just curious as if it released in all of them. I do know the Diamond Pegatrix Annihilator was part of the canceled wave that was never released, which is a shame. I did see it reviewed on YouTube, and it would have been amazing to pick this up in Diamond. But I do have the regular version, a few of them actually. Moving on to a Diamond of my own is Pegatrix Bakugan Ultra. So a Flaming Fist and a Green Fist core, B power of 700 and 3 damage. And for 4 energy, you get to fuse. So again, another modest fusion cost, not a lot at all. Once fused, it has a B power of 900 and 5 damage. So probably my favorite fusion Bakugan that I have currently. Not just because of it's a diamond, but just because of the whole design and everything. Just it looks like a Pegasus, but bulkier, a lot more beefed up. Definitely looks like it has some muscles. It did not miss Wing Day at all. A very beautiful Bakugan. Let's see if I can't get some of that glare down. There we go. Better zoom in there. Very awesome Bakugan design. My favorite fusion for sure. And certainly a Bakugan I want to make another updated deck profile for. A lot of these Bakugan I do, now that I have a lot more cards for Bakugan Rising, I mean. So possibly in the future I might do another deck profile series, but right now I'm not sure. However, to close up the second part of my Modern Bakugan collection review, I have the Chaos Pegatrix from the Legendary Kubo packs. It has a Magic Shield and a Flaming Fist core, B power of 400 and 5 damage. So Pegatrix definitely is, again, another one of my favorite molds because I do like the whole pony vibe they had going on, especially Pegatrix Ultra from Battle Planet. But this one is very cool. Again, the metallic paint is awesome, and the hex core design. Also, just a very unique thing that makes them a little more rare than the originals. So, very neat. Alright. And then I did forget, but I did have an error. I did explain it when I was showing off my Battle Planet collection. I did get a Ventus Serpentines Ultra in an Armored Alliance deck box, and this was what I was supposed to get, being Neleus and Enoch fusion. Orange Shield and a Flaming Fist, B power of 500, 2 damage, and it only cost 4 energy to fuse. Once fused, it had a B power of 900 and 7 damage. So I never did get that Bakugan. Again, it came with a Serpentines instead. Just another one of those product errors, but all good. Thank you all for joining me, and thank you all for watching the second part of my collection video. Tomorrow will be the part 3 of the series, and I will be working and taking a look at my Bakugan Rising Ultra and Core Bakugan. It is the bulk of my collection, so I will have to split it up into 2 videos. Tomorrow being Ultra and Core Bakugan, and then Thursday being just the Bakugan. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I'm not sure how those days will play out, but no matter what, you will all see my extensive Bakugan collection, everything that I have down to the last Baku core, or different Bakucrew, because I don't think you want to see like 50 of the same Bakucrew, but you all know what I mean. So don't forget to subscribe for daily Bakugan content, like this video for more collection videos, and just thank you all for the tremendous support. Like I said at the beginning of the video, the channel is growing tremendously fast. I never expected it, and I just can't believe I just can't believe it. Thank you, Bakugan community, and I can't wait to keep pushing forward and growing my channel more and more. See you next time, and remember, Bakugan Brawl!